recording? All right, Nacho. So this is half guard, and it's a little different when I do it no gi, but it's the same base principle, and it's wrestling practice. I got my gi on me. But you had asked about pressure passing, and like I said when we were talking, for me, when I think of pressure passing, it's not just pressure into the person where I'm trying to like squash his chest, but I'm constantly compressing his body so he's not able to move and I'm able to trap limbs. And then I'm applying pressure to kind of like chest, legs to get where I want to go. And so I'll kind of walk you through a couple pressure type passes that I think of and how I operate them. Just kind of quick overview, and then let me know if you have questions and I can go over more later. So we talked about half guard a little bit, right? So if Marcy, who's a wrestling guy, admittedly not a jiu-jitsu guy, but he's solid, so he'll be good, all right? So with pressure, I want to make sure that I'm nice and tight. And from here, typically, I'll try to control both of the biceps so that he can't come down. But I don't want to be way up high on his chest because then the weight's off of my legs. He has too much control. I like to start off nice and low like this because my number one focus in order to pass his guard is to get his legs to open up. So down here, I'm controlling his arms first. If he tries to sit up, my head's in good position to help keep him down and make it difficult for him to sit all the way up. All right? If he really tries hard, it becomes tough. And it's both because of my arms here as well as my head position. Secondly, because I'm low and my chest is around his hips, that means I can lock onto his hips quite a bit, and then I can extend my legs back, which makes it really tough for his legs to stay locked. So if Marcy's locking his legs up, oh yeah, here I'm blocking, then I can come down, and when I pass like this, I'll take my hands from here, and I'll wrap them underneath his butt. So his butt acts like an anchor almost. So once I get here, as I pressure my chest into his hips, I extend my legs, and it makes it really, really difficult because I've got my whole body versus legs. From here, depending on what he does is going to dictate which pass I go for. But almost always, I can stay heavy on one of his legs. I put my head to the opposite side. I drag towards him as I walk my hips around. One of the things that I really like to do to help control his movement is as I come up, I lift his legs and I plant them on my thigh here, almost like a little step. So this way, if he's trying to turn to regain his position, he's stuck here. And then I can climb up, and now I've passed. All right, so that's one of the key things. Just the second option, because I like to have more than one option, if he's turning really hard towards me, sometimes it can be difficult for me to get low, so he's up here, right? So what I'm going to do, and I'm sure you've seen this because this is like the default half guard pass. I'm going to put some pressure on your jaw for a second.
Oh, okay, that's fine. My jaw's okay, not that short.
Okay, it won't anything. So what I'll do here is I'm going to grab and kind of apply pressure so he can't wiggle much. The top of my head goes into his jaw, and then I pop up into a tripod. So I go from here to here. By applying pressure here, it makes it really tough for him to move. It's also really uncomfortable for him. All right. Then, come over this way. Once I pop up, I've got him flat. This is the pressure. It makes it difficult for him to move. I pop up. That weakens the grip of his legs. Hand goes to the knee, and I can slide past, and now I'm in a side control. So pressure to the head allows me to apply pressure to the legs. That opens everything up. I get into side control, and then I can be fat, make it hard for him to breathe. All right, if you have any questions, shoot me a message back, and love you guys. Talk to you soon.